Alright, hello everybody! I am Gamemaster 909, back with another Gamemaster 909 Plays. Today, I will be playing the trending game, Friday Night Funkin. So, let's get started. Just kidding. April Fools. Haha. I'll actually be playing SSX3, which some of you may recognize. Some of you might even be nostalgic for it. Now, it's a game I've been getting into recently, ever since... Well, I started getting into it around when I'd say, yeah, probably around when I ended recording LEGO Star Wars 2. When I started editing that series, I found this game somewhere, and... Well, it wasn't that I found this game. It was that I was looking through the backwards compatibility list on the, the Xbox One's backwards compatibility list, and then realized that this game was on there, and I was like, that game sounds familiar. I might own that game. And so I looked, and it so happened I did own that game, and I realized, oh crap, I could play this on the Xbox One in high definition, in 1080p. How cool is that? And so I did that, and I realized, holy crap, this game's actually really good. Now, I only vaguely remember playing it as a kid, but not much of it. I'll admit, probably the only thing I remember was the fact that the THX logo was at the beginning, and I was terrified of that as a kid, as with most other people. So, hey, it makes sense. But, yeah, I don't remember much about this game as a kid, but here I am now playing it, realizing how frickin' good it is. And as you saw earlier, I've played quite a bit of it. And as you can see here, I got frickin' Cowrie's butterfly wings. That's how I know that I've gotten far into this. And then I realized that this game still has quite a community on the internet. Yeah. That's not gonna get annoying. Anyways, well, I personally, I'll admit, so if you haven't played this game, this character that I'm playing as right now, Kaori, her full name's Kaori Nishidaki. Yes, I looked it up. Well, they say it in this game quite a bit, so, eh. But she speaks exclusively in Japanese, which makes sense, and is the only character to do so. Now, you may be looking at this, and if you haven't played it, you're probably like, whoa, this game's like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. This game has nothing to do with it. In fact, these two series came out around the same time, around 2000, I think. So, yeah. Although I did also play Tony Hawk. I didn't play a lot of Tony Hawk Pro Skater as a kid, I will admit. I didn't really grow up with that series that much. But I've been looking into it recently, especially with the release of, they remastered Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, and I'm like, whoa, that looks cool. Too bad I missed out on these games. And I'm thinking, like, if I were to, go back to the series, or start playing the series, where should I start? I do have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 on the original Xbox, and I thought, oh, that game looks cool. It's not compatible in the Xbox One. It is on the 360, though. That was not intentional, by the way. I did not mean to do a monster trick. Great. As I was saying, that game is compatible on the 360, and I actually do still have my original Xbox, however, its disk drive doesn't work. So I might either get it repaired, or buy a new Xbox, or just go screw it and buy a PlayStation 2 or something, because there's a lot of games on there that I've been interested in. Both good and bad. But also I think, I don't know, I think it'd be novel to own FIFA 14 on the PlayStation 2. I don't know. Really the last game of any console. Like, my local game store, I found a copy of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 on the N64, and I was tempted to buy it. And I was like, whoa. Even though the game itself probably isn't that interesting, it's probably just going to be Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, but worse. And, like, if I actually wanted to play the game, I'd honestly just rather just get the GameCube version of the game, because it's on GameCube. And N64. But, yeah, I haven't heard the greatest things about the N64 versions of really any of the games, especially 3. Since 3 is so much worse than the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube versions. But, I don't know. Of course, the main thing being that the soundtracks from the N64 version are much worse because of the cartridge limitations. And so, songs are shortened, or literally just 10-second loops for some songs. Like with the song Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, which is in the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. You know, that's one thing I wonder about the remasters. I haven't looked into them that much. I wonder if they do have, like, the original soundtracks. I'm sure they do. Enough Tony Hawk talk. Yeah, rhymed. Wait. Oh, there's another one. Forgot that I'm gonna have to focus on these targets, because that's one of the challenges in the game. There's another one. Get over here. No. It was worth a try. Now, just because I put Friday Night Funkin as the April Fool's joke of me playing it, doesn't mean that, like, I'm absolutely hate it. Now, I've never played it, I'll be honest. I just wasn't too interested in the game. It looks interesting, don't get me wrong. It's kind of like, from when I first saw it, I was like, whoa, this game kind of looks cool. It's like a mix of Harappa the Rappa and Dance Dance Revolution. Because of the whole, like, back and forth gameplay between you and someone else doing stuff like Parappa the Rapper, but also having the up, down, left, and right commands that Dance Dance Revolution does. It's got quite the modding community from what I've seen, which is probably what got it trending so much. That's why I have it here as the April Fool's joke. Oh! Target. Now, one thing that really got me into SSX3 is its killer soundtrack. Unfortunately, I can't play it because it's copyrighted and probably gonna get a copyright claim. Even though with a video like this, like, why would I really care? You know? I have it. But, I don't know. Just in case, I guess. And besides, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Now, I don't know when the LEGO Star Wars 2 playthrough is, like, gonna end with the whole editing portion of it. Probably sometime around late April or early May, I'd say. Because, if you're wondering, like, how much is left, like, right now, I'm editing, of course, the free play mode of A New Hope. And then I have to do free play of Empire Strikes Back, and then free play of Return of the Jedi. And then, well, maybe I shouldn't spoil the playthrough too much. Uh-oh. There we go. What is up next? There's one down there. May as well get it. Where's the fourth one? There's 5 of them, right? There's one over there, right? And then there's also one. You know, okay. Just randomly tripped on my 7-Up snowboard. Yeah, that's a thing in this game, apparently. Because I guess 7-Up was one of the game's, like, sponsors. Because this is still technically a sports game, so they gotta have those sweet, sweet sponsors. There it is! There's the final target. Alright. Wow. Wow! Wow! Okay, thanks, game. You're so nice, you know. So forgiving. Being like, wow, you missed that target by an inch? Well, too frickin' bad, mate. Oh, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is great. Come on. Just gotta get it. Oh, that didn't count? Okay. Okay, game. I see how it is. There it is. Final target. Oh. Oh. This is it. Yeah, there it is. Alright. Got a challenge completed. Now, if you aren't aware about this game, there's many different kinds of events you can attend throughout the mountain. Yeah, it's all... This game takes place all in one big mountain. It's kind of like an open world where you could go all around it and easily access the different events, which include races, slope styles, big air events, super pipes, where you either race for the quickest time or do tricks for the highest score. So yeah. And you get different kinds of medals, with bronze, silver, gold, and even platinum. I've gotten platinum a couple times, I will admit. But, I mean, I'm not a master at this game yet, because I just started playing it, like, a couple months ago. So... However, I do... I have started to watch some SSX-related YouTubers, like... I think his name's like Daggy something. Oh my god. Probably his full name, but it's like Daggy and a bunch of numbers. He does a lot of SSX related content. I've been watching him some recently. Oh, nope. Oh, got it. Nice. Got $20 from that trick. May as well at least try to do an event. Although, I hate kicked out. Kicked out's the worst. Could try much too much though. I don't know, something interesting. How long have I been recording? I've been recording for 15 minutes. Already? That was quick. Ah. You know what? You know what, game? Sure, take me to the challenges. Pop all the balloons. Of course. Who doesn't love popping balloons, especially in a game like this? They don't even pop, they just disappear, they just vanish. And out of the original Xbox backwards compatibility list, it's probably the only one out of that list that I actually own. So that kind of makes it a little more special. Because there's only 45 games on the list as of the time of recording this. And yeah, what else is on there? I think Halo 2 is on there. A whole bunch of Star Wars games are, like the Star Wars Battlefront games and Star Wars, what's it called? Jedi Starfighter, something like that. Yeah, stuff like that. I believe Conquer Live and Reloaded, which is a remake of the Nintendo 64 game Conquer's Bad Fur Day, is on there. But honestly, I'd rather just get Rare Replay, which has the original N64 version along with a whole bunch of other games, so yeah. I don't know when I'm gonna get that game. I'll get it eventually. Get 300,000 points in this track. Alright. Oh, by the way, there's no time limit, so you could take all the time you need. Which, I like that. I like that. Oh, there it is. Now, what other Xbox games did I play as a kid? Like, I'm talking original Xbox games, because it was also, I think... Well, have I already talked about this in a video? About looking through my original Xbox's hard drive? And seeing that a whole bunch of the games on there were just movie license games. I think I've said that in a video before, but I'm not sure. But yeah, apparently we played a lot of movie license games on the original Xbox, or I'm pretty sure we didn't even own them. Pretty sure we just rented them. So yeah. Like, on there was like, if you know the 2000s, then you know that it was an era where if there was a, major movie coming out, it was destined to have a video game adaptation of it. Every single movie had one. It was a crazy time. It was probably because of the success of the PlayStation 2. That's probably why. So, like, you'd see some of the most oddball, like movies that you swear would never never get video games, like movies you wouldn't expect to get video game adaptations get video game adaptation, or really just tie-in video games, because that was their whole intent, is just to promote the movie. I mean, it makes sense. Everyone had a PS2. I mean, it's the best-selling system of all time, so I guess it makes sense, but, like, my god. Films like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Space Chimps, The Ant Bully. What's that one film called? Shoot. I don't know. I think it was from the same studio as The Ant Bully, but I'm not sure. I think it's called like Arthur and the Invisibles or something. But oh, I forgot I was doing a challenge. But yeah, there was a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory game. There was a Spaceships game. There was a Coraline video game. There was a shoot. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was a video game based off the live-action Cat in the Hat movie. Remember that movie? That film was something. That film was something. In that it's probably one of the most cursed movies ever made. I'll say it. And it's probably even more cursed that it had a tie-in video game. The fact that, holy crap, this terrible, awful film had a huge budget. I checked. It had a budget of over $100 million. Yeah, I don't even know if that includes marketing. But considering the barf-inducing CGI in that film, that's probably just the film's budget. And my god. It was a weird time to be alive. The early 2000s. Trying to think, what other movies had, like, what other movies you think wouldn't have video games had video game adaptations? Well, trying to look at my personal game collection. I know, I had some of these. There was a, I mean, of course, every Pixar and DreamWorks movie would get a tie-in video game. Like, every single one did in that decade. There was my god, there was a flushed away video game. That's how I guess like, would I say that's how bad it got? I haven't played a lot of these games, so I don't know if they're like bad or not. They're probably pretty mediocre. There was a Monster House video game. There was a Polar Express game for the PS2, I'm not kidding. It was also in the GameCube, I think. You might be wondering, how do you make a video game out of the Polar Express of all things? I don't know. I've never played it. I have seen gameplay of it, and it looks interesting. I keep on forgetting I'm doing it. No. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do your stupid challenge game. I'll do it later, when I feel like it. When I'm not talking about Ant Bully for the GameCube. But, anyways. Now, a lot of these I actually haven't heard of. Like, until recently. Only recently that I realized that, yeah, there was a Cat in the Hat video game. There was a friggin' video game based off Where the Wild Things Are. Remember that movie? That one wasn't on the PS2 though, I don't think. What was on the PS2 though, I know this is a film from 2010. There was a Despicable Me game on the PlayStation 2 in 2010. 10 years after the system came out, when the PlayStation 3 had already been out. Like, were people still playing the PS2 by then? I mean, I guess if they were still releasing games for it. If they kept on releasing games until 2013, my god. Sony, why? At least Nintendo knew where to stop with the Wii. Or when to stop. Because, like, I mean, the Wii lasted for a pretty long time, but, like, it stopped consistently getting games around, like, 2014 or 15. with the PlayStation 2, it consistently got games throughout its entire lifespan. I get that it's because of how well it sold. Like, people were still playing it. Like, one of my friends was telling me that they were still playing their PS2 by, like, 20... Like, because they were talking to me about a game that they currently own on the Wii that we were playing the other day. Or, not the other day, this was a while ago. The game Bakugan Battle Brawlers for the Wii. Apparently, I realized, oh crap, that game's on the PlayStation 2 despite coming out in 2009? And he was talking about how, as a kid, he grew up playing the PlayStation 2 version. Or, what did I say as a kid? I don't know, this was later, because this was 2009. Or, either that or afterwards, but the fact that he was talking about how he originally owned the PlayStation 2 version of this game from 2009, I'm like, what? That made me realize, I guess people were still playing the PlayStation 2. Like, there was a Toy Story 3 game for the PlayStation 2. That's how interesting it got. Of course, it was completely different from the PlayStation 3, 360, and Wii versions, but it's interesting. Of course, the whole movie licensed game fad kind of died down around 2000, like early 2010s. It started to die down. Like the last Pixar film to get a tie-in video game was Brave. Think about that. I think with Disney and Pixar and stuff, it mainly had to do with the release of Disney Infinity, to where like they could be like, oh, if we wanted to promote a new movie in video game form, we just make a Disney Infinity figure or two out of it, which is what they did for some of their major films, like with like the Good not the what? First thing that popped in my head was The Good Dinosaur. I don't know why. Like they did it with Frozen, they did it with Big Hero 6, they did it with Zootopia, they did it with Good Dinosaur, they did it with Inside Out. They even did it with Finding Dory. Yeah, go figure. Time's up. Oh, I've been recording for 27 minutes. Dear Lord. Well, I mean, are most Friday Night Funkin' videos 27 minutes? I sure hope so, cause that'll probably be the end of this video. So yeah, that wraps everything up for this thing. Leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.